Good morning, everybody. This is Lisa, One Singing Lady Gilliam, here with your Wednesday Word Wednesday, or on this Word Wednesday. Um, so please like and subscribe to my YouTube page. And share this information if you find it helpful. Even if you don't, somebody else might. Okay. So in the background, you probably see, oh, let me tell you the page. One Singing Lady. That's youtube.com slash One Singing Lady, all spelled out, one word, ONESINGINGLADY. Again, thank you all for following me. Those who have, I passed 100. I know that might not be a big deal to some people, but it's a big deal to me. And with your help, I can continue to grow. In the background, you hear the track to one of my spoken word pieces called Choosing to Forgive. And I thought it was appropriate because today we're talking about forgiveness versus unforgiveness. I know a lot of people wonder why we should forgive. And my question is, why not? For those of us that are Christians that are watching, the Bible talks about we're supposed to forgive 70 times 7. And it wasn't talking about 490 times. It was saying basically forgive the offense each time it's done. I honestly believe that one of the problems that people have when it comes to forgiveness versus unforgiveness is that they feel like the relationship has to continue because you forgive. No, you forgive because of you. Not because you have to continue to deal with the mess that people bring or the hurt or the pain that comes along with it. And although this track deals actually with my relationship with my father before he died, I learned that, forgiveness was a powerful tool, and that if I decided to forgive, I was letting go of whatever else in my, you know, belief Satan was trying to bring to tear me down. So, people have explained forgiveness to me at different times in my life in different ways that kind of made me get to that point. And one was that if you leave water in the sink and you don't wash whatever the container is that the water's in, it starts to get stale. It stinks and it smells. And I've smelled that smell before when I was younger. And unforgiveness is like that. It's like holding on to that stale water, and it doesn't just stink up the kitchen or that small little space. It could stink up the house, depending on how long that water has sat there and just started to make all these other. You can see by my facial expressions. If you've ever smelled water that's been sitting for a while, then you know that it definitely has a stench to it. Another thing is rotten potatoes. If you carry or you've been around a bag of rotten potatoes, it stinks, and they're heavy, and then they're useless. And when we choose not to forgive, we in a sense stink. We become useless. We focus so much on what has been done that it hinders us from moving forward and progressing and doing the things that we're called to do. And so I have had to forgive a lot of people, a lot of things in my life. I'm learning to forgive myself for some of the things that I've done. Sometimes that's the most difficult, forgiving yourself. But truth be told, it kind of vexes me when I hear people say, I will never forgive them. So you're really willing to hold on to that stench, to that bitterness, the anger, the strife that comes along with unforgiveness? It's not worth it. Your life is not worth that. You should want to celebrate life. You should want to live and not just exist. I know that's what I'm trying to do. And when I was in college, I had the opportunity I was in a group counseling course at GW, and we had to come up with this activity for the group. And although this is not a therapeutic, video, some of the things that we came up with, or that I came up with, is really helpful. And so basically, the small of it is take a mirror and you really look at yourself and you ask yourself different questions. And so I wanted to read. I'm not doing like the actual activity that I had my group do, but I wanted to read the exploration part. Um, do you consider yourself a forgiving person? Why or why not? Is it hard to forgive others for hurting you? Do you think that any form of verbal abuse has affected your life in any manner? meaning someone saying things to you that you felt were abusive, and for that reason, it's hard to let go. And how would you have handled the different situations before um, thinking about forgiveness and the power that it plays? Can forgiveness cause inner peace? Especially for that last question, I actually believe it can. I think that when we hold on to what people have done to us or against us, that it hinders us. And I don't believe we're supposed to live a life that we are hindered in. I think we're supposed to live it to its fullest. And so I hope that today you will choose to forgive, whether it's family, friends, foe, for bothering you or hurting you. And so I'm going to just do this poem real quick before I leave. And I hope that it blesses you. Put the other person or whoever you need to put in the place of my father, okay? Here we go, y'all. Woke up one morning and I was told daddy's gone. Wondered how he could leave me all alone. He called and said he moved because of the lack of space. But in my mind, him leaving me was a disgrace. Hatred soon set in, and sad was the case. For years, an empty, distant relationship was what I had to face. I was daddy's little girl, but it didn't seem that way. There was so much I wanted from my father, things that I needed to say. But God is awesome, and he urged me to call my dad and let him know the truth. So one day I called my dad and I said, I hate you. But by this time, daddy was saved. He didn't yell or scream, but responded, let us pray. A few weeks later, our relationship was restored. Yes, it was a process designed by the Lord. I learned at a young age there's no need to keep a gauge of rights and wrongs and wrongs and rights. And sometimes I think about the wonderful memories that would not have been if I had not forgiven him. And though my dad has been deceased for years, I'm so glad God taught me to face my fears. I communicated my truth and my outcome was great. Burdens were lifted. I no longer carried the weight. Satan no longer had control over this area in my life. So I ask you this question with no strife. Can you choose to forgive so that you can say the same? Forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive, forgive. I am choosing to forgive. I hope that today, this brief lesson, that you would choose to forgive and that you realize that it's not worth holding on to the pain and the things that people have done in your life. Choose to forgive today. Please like, comment, share. Let me know your thoughts. I know forgiveness can be difficult, but when I share the real testimony of all the things that I've had to forgive, um, I am so thankful to be on the other side of that. I'm still working through some things, and that's more forgiveness of myself. But for others, it's definitely better to be on this side of forgiveness, and you can set your boundaries. You don't have to stay in that relationship. You don't have to continue to be friends with that person that has hurt you, but forgiving them, if you're a Christian, according to the word of God, is not an option. And even if you're not a Christian, if you choose to forgive, it actually helps you. It doesn't hinder the person. They keep on living their lives, but you continue to stay in this broken place because you choose not to forgive them. So choose to forgive today. Before I go, real quick, today is Unity Day, and so we're wearing orange. So funny. Words matter. Be kind. That today, that is. Excuse my junk desk pile over there. But that is, what I feel like forgiveness is, one of the words that we should maybe say a little bit more. And so as we're promoting unity today, just know that words matter and try to be kind, regardless of if you agree or don't agree with what someone's saying. It's always important to try to be kind. Shout out to my school guidance counselor, Erin Travers, for the shirt. Thanks. And I will see you at work soon. I hope that you all have a fabulous day. Again, please like, subscribe, share. YouTube.com, One Singing Lady, spelled out. And then on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, you can find me at the number One Singing Lady. I look forward to hearing you all's response, and I hope that you all have a fabulous, blessed day.